Hi, my name's Sally. I'm going to be training Mike today at Tailored Fitness. We're going to be running through a pre-activity questionnaire, a fitness test, some strength exercises, cardio, and then an interval workout to finish off. I've been around the gym today and I've checked for hazards and I've checked the equipment and it's all good. Also, we have the place to ourselves today, so we don't have to worry about equipment being unavailable or interaction with other guests. Hi Mike, welcome. Take a seat.
Hi Sally, thanks. Here's my questionnaire.
Oh, thanks very much. Did you find the place okay today?
Yeah, not too bad.
Excellent. So what we're going to be doing today, as I discussed with you when I spoke to you on the phone, is we're going to briefly run through your questionnaire, check you for any health issues, injuries, that kind of thing, see what your goals are.
Okay.
So I'll run through this quickly with you, then we'll do a couple of measurements, and depending on what your goals are, will depend on what measurements we do.
Okay.
Then we'll do a fitness test just as a baseline, and we'll basically reassess that in 4 weeks' time, and that'll give you something to measure yourself against and see where you're going with your goals.
Awesome.
And then we'll go through a brief workout just to see what your benchmark is again, and then I can use that as a guide to set future training programs with you. Sound good?
Fantastic.
Alright, so Mike, obviously, you're 33.
Correct.
You're local.
Yes, ma'am.
No health issues at all? No heart issues?
No, healthy as an ox.
No smoking? Excellent. Blood pressure is good. No dizziness, fainting, diabetes. Looks like you're in pretty good condition, Mike.
Thank you.
So you've written here that you had a knee injury in the past?
Yeah, I'm a big runner, so my knees have always been an issue, but honestly, I just did a marathon a week ago and they're not bothering me now. So they're
good. The Perth marathon?
City to surf, yeah.
Excellent. How did you go?
Sub 3:30, so.
That's fantastic. Was that a big goal for you?
It was.
Excellent. So, good levels of sleep, good stress levels, your diet is good. You're a perfect client. So you run a couple of times a week. So you've written here that your goal really is about just getting tone and definition.
Yeah, I don't want to bulk up as I'm a runner, so I would just like to be a little more defined. Maybe work on some leg strength as well.
Yeah, definitely good for running. So that will really benefit you when you're trying to pick up your speed, although you sound like you're pretty fast already. So do you have any more running goals or anything, any sort of finite goal?
I'm looking at a 5K time trial, trying to crack 18 minutes.
Alright, and what's your current time?
18:55, so I've got some work to do.
Sounds like a good goal. Yeah, okay, so definitely our leg strength exercises will help with that, and we'll also do some interval work. Really work on that sort of, power and speed there.
Okay.
So you're available to train most evenings, that's fantastic. And you signed the form. Brilliant. So what I'm going to do today is just get you to take your shoes and socks off, and then we'll just take some quick measurements, just as a baseline, just so I can check how your muscle mass and your fat and your weight is at the moment. And then, as you said, you don't want to bulk up, so we'll just keep an eye on that, because sometimes when you do a bit of strength training, you might put on a little bit of weight, but we'll make sure that we're focusing on muscle endurance and not bulking up. Okay. I'm just going to get you to take your shoes and socks off. You weigh in a minute. And I'll just pop your details into the scales. So you're 33.
Yep.
Male, and you're athletic, so that will just depend on, it will pick up the variance in your muscle mass compared to your average Joe. And then do you know your height in centimeters?
177.
177. Okay, 33, 177.
Yep.
Up on for me. So you're 68.3 kilos for your height and frame, perfect. And your body fat is well within the healthy range. You're actually at the lower end of the healthy range there, so that's fantastic. Okay, hop off for me. I'll just move this out of the way. Okay, Mike, so to get you going today, we're going to start off with a fitness test. So you're after some total body definition, a really good exercise for this is the push-up.
Okay.
So we're going to be working chest, backs, deltoids, triceps, biceps. We're going to keep the abs nice and tight, so it's going to be fantastic total body workout.
Okay.
So what we're going to do is we're going to do total repetitions in 1 minute.
Okay.
So I'll just grab the stopwatch. I'll give you a quick demonstration.
Okay.
So what I want to see is as you come down, you're going to bring your chest all the way to the floor.
Okay.
And push back up. So you can use your breathing to help with this. And just make sure that your neck stays nice and aligned and your back is nice and straight.
Okay.
All right. So I know we're focusing on the maximum repetitions, but technique is much more important, okay? And we'll reassess this in 4 weeks' time and see how you're getting on with your progress, okay?
Okay.
All right, when you're ready. And go. That's good. Great technique. So don't put your neck too far upwards. That's good. Yeah. So nice and straight with the back. And have you got your core nice and tight there? And we're halfway, okay? A minute seems like a long time when you're doing push-ups. So 20 seconds. You're doing fantastically. I don't know how you're going to beat this in 4 weeks' time. 10 seconds left. Make sure that you keep your abs nice and tight as you start to tire. All right, last couple. And stop. What we're going to do now is we're going to do the chest dumbbell press. So we're going to be working your pecs, your deltoids, triceps, biceps, give you that nice upper body definition.
All right.
So I'll take you through a quick demo.
All right.
And give you a couple of pointers of what to look out for. So we'll get you going on the 5K weights today.
Okay.
So I want you to just come over to the bench, keep your feet nice and flat on the floor.
Okay.
Lower yourself down with the weights on your thighs, just for safety.
Okay.
Make sure your back is nice and flat against the bench, so don't arch it up.
Okay.
Bring the weights out to the side, just make sure your elbows don't dip down below your body there.
Okay.
And then as you lift up, bring the weights close together at the top. All right?
Okay.
Also, breathe out on the way up will help a treat.
Okay.
When you come back up, just press the weights back on your thighs for safety.
Okay.
All right, so hop down onto the bench. I'll hand you the weights.
Okay.
So keep them on your thighs.
Okay.
Lie back there. I'm just going to come behind you and spot you. Just please put your feet flat on the floor.
Of course.
And is your back okay there? It's not arching too much. This
No, it
should be
feels
good for
comfortable.
your height. So just bring your weights out to the side. Bring your elbows just to here. I'll guide you. Okay, and then as you come up, bring the weights together at the top. Good. That's it. We're going to go for 8 repetitions. Okay.
Okay.
2. Doing good. How's that weight for you?
Pretty good.
Good. Okay, make sure your elbows don't go too low at the bottom there. Just bring them down to body height. Just a little bit higher up to the top. That's good. 3 more repetitions. 2. And last one. Excellent. Bring the weights down to your thighs as you get up. Just for safety. Thank you. What we're going to do now is the bent over row, so we're going to be working the upper and the middle back. What we're going to do is, we're going to start off on 5Ks. Again, this is just to check, as this is your first time here, we'll check out your weights and then we'll modify in the next few sessions.
Okay.
So pop your right knee, we'll work the left side first.
Okay.
Pop your right knee up and your right arm just resting down. Just check your alignment in the mirror and also make sure that your back is nice and straight. And as you pull through, I want you to just squeeze your shoulder blades together. Okay, so remember we're working the back and not just the arms. Alright? Okay, so pop your right knee up, sorry, left knee. And we'll work the right side for you first.
Okay.
So Again, just start with your back nice and straight. So just pull that up. Make sure you don't roll your shoulders. So just make sure you bring them back and down. Make sure your abs are nice and tight.
Okay.
And then pull through. You want to feel it right here. Squeeze your shoulder blades together. And we're going to do 6 repetitions on each side.
How far up should I bring my elbow?
So, yeah, that's really good. So just making sure you're squeezing through your back. That's perfect. And keeping your elbow quite close to your body there. All right. And switch over to the other side.
Okay, should I put this down?
Yeah, I'll just take it off.
Thank you. Thanks, Sally.
So make sure your abs nice and tight. Shoulders nice back and down. And just squeeze a little bit more in your back there. That's good. So just as you pull up, squeeze those shoulder blades together.
Like that?
Good. Yeah. Are you feeling that in your back?
I am.
Good. That's it. And just do a couple more. And remember to breathe. Excellent. The next exercise is the weighted squat. We're going to use a barbell. We're going to pop it up here.
Okay.
And then I'll give you a couple of demonstrations. So make sure you bend your knees to pick up the weight.
Okay.
We're starting on 12.5 kilos today, and then we'll see how we go.
Okay.
Just point your toes out slightly. This is just to protect the knees. And what you want to be thinking about is putting your butt back as if you're sitting on a chair. So just not leaning forward with your knees. Make sure you can see your toes at all times, okay?
Okay.
So lean back, make sure your knees track your toes. Exhale on the way up.
Okay.
And keep your abs nice and tight because that will give you a good stability. Make sure your weight's in your heels so you should be able to wiggle your toes.
Okay.
Alright, and then as you bring the weight down, make sure you bend your knees again.
Alright.
Okay, so we'll go with 8 reps.
Okay.
Bend your knees to pick up the weight. Ooh. And just put your feet slightly wider apart and bend and point your toes outwards slightly.
Is the weight position correctly?
Yes, very good.
Okay.
Alright, so you're going to lower down. The deeper into the squat you go, you're going to really work your glutes and your quads on the way up. So, great exercise. Good, I can see you're holding your weight in your heels. Very good. How's that weight for you?
It's okay.
Very good. So we'll just go for 3 more. And how's your knee? Any problems with your knee?
The knee feels good.
Good. And last one. So just as you bring the weight over, just make sure you bend your knees to pop it down onto the floor.
Okay.
Great. Get you doing a couple of minutes on the treadmill. What I want to see today is basically what your current level is. You've told me that you do a lot of running and you want to work on your 5K speed.
Yes.
So we'll set a bench line today, and then we'll basically use that for your future programming, okay?
Okay.
So do you normally run on a treadmill or just outside?
I generally run outside, but I have my Garmin on me, so I can give you a pretty good idea of pace.
So I'll give you a quick run over of how the treadmill works, then just hop on for me.
Okay.
So we're going to put this safety clip on you. So basically what this means is if you lose pace and you feel like you're pulling away, this will just come away and stop the treadmill. So it's just a safety feature. It's not going to get in the way too much. We'll just get you into a nice jog. And what we're going to do here is also just put a little bit of elevation on there so that helps protect your knees and ankles, okay? We're not going to make you go up a huge hill today. Maybe next week. So we just pick up the pace a little bit, and I'll just run you through the different buttons that we have here. So just go into a nice gentle jog. Alright. How is that for you?
That's not bad.
Alright. You're still talking, so that's good. So what we're going to do is basically you can use your elevation here up and down and your speed as well.
Okay.
And there's also hill features and things like that on here, so we'll take you through those in the next couple of weeks.
Okay.
Are you ready to pick it up a bit?
Absolutely.
How is that speed for you?
That's not bad.
All right.
For a while.
We'll go for another minute. Very good. So you've got very good form there, so you're keeping your shoulders nice and down, not rounding up too much.
Okay.
Good strides. Don't forget to breathe.
nice comfortable pace.
We'll do another 15 seconds and then we'll get you onto the bike.
Okay.
Alright, so I'm going to bring your speed down slowly.
Okay.
Just to ensure that you can slow down nice and safely and you're not going to fly off the end there. And then as we press the stop, it will basically go into a cool down mode for you. So it's giving you 20 seconds of cool down there.
Alright.
But as we're going to switch to the bike, we'll skip to it.
Fantastic.
Alright, so undo your safety clip. Great. Okay, Mike, so now we're just going to do a little bit of work on the spin bike here. So the seat should be level with your hip. Just check that height is okay.
Alright.
Yep, great. And pop on, put your feet into the straps there. Have you used a spin bike before?
I have not.
Alright, so the main difference between this and a regular bike is that this one the momentum will continue. So to stop, you really have to push down on that red button in front of you. Yeah.
Okay.
So with a regular bike, you can just sort of, stop yourself and it will naturally come to a halt. With this one, just use the red button, okay?
What's the dial for?
So the dial is basically going to add or reduce resistance. So if you turn it clockwise, you'll see the plus button there.
Yep.
It will increase resistance. We'll get you doing a little bit of hills in a second. And then if you want to drop that down, just turn it anti-clockwise towards the negative sign. All right?
All right.
Okay, just get yourself going.
Okay.
And what you want to remember with cycling is just don't round your shoulders. So you want to keep your shoulders just back and down.
Is this good?
Yep. And just pick up the pace a little bit. And when you're ready, just increase the resistance a quarter of a turn. So moving it clockwise a quarter of the way. How's that feeling?
Woo! I'm feeling it.
Is it good resistance?
That's good resistance.
Okay. Just make sure you don't round your shoulders. Just keep them nice and loose and comfortable. And what I want you to do is increase resistance a quarter of a turn and lift up out of your seat. So we'll do a little bit of hill work. All right. How's that feel?
Oh yeah.
Bit different to running.
Very.
Okay, so what we're going to do now is we're going to lower back into the seat. Make sure you keep those legs working so you don't fall out.
Okay.
And just drop the resistance down a quarter of a turn. Lower back down into the seat. Drop the resistance a quarter of a turn. And just start to bring the bike to a stop. So just hit that red button for me and slow those legs down. All right. So what I'm going to take you through now as our last set of exercises for today is some exercises you can do at home. So we're not using any equipment. This is mainly body weight focused, and what we're going to do is high intensity. So we're going to do maximum effort for 20 seconds on a particular exercise, 10 seconds rest / transition time to the next exercise.
Right.
We'll go around in a circuit fashion. And ordinarily you do this 4 to 6 sets. So you're getting a very, very high intensity, maximum effort workout in a very short period of time without any equipment. So you can do this anywhere in the park, at home, etc.
Okay.
So our first exercise is going to be a mountain climber.
All right.
So we're going to come down into a high push-up position, and we're basically going to keep the back nice and straight.
Okay.
And just alternate the legs. So we're going to do that quite as quickly as we can.
Okay.
Then stay down there. I'm going to move into a push-up, which I know you're very good at after this morning's session. Yep, and then from there what we're going to do is we're going to move into a jump squat. So I'll just show you in this position here. We're basically going to go down into a squat, but then on the way up, just power through the legs. So this will be a really great exercise for you to build strength in your legs for your running, okay?
All right.
And then lastly, we're going to do some, I'm going to go into a high push-up position. We're going to go down onto our forearms and then back up again.
Okay.
And then alternate the arms. So the key for this one really is to keep your core very tight. All right?
All right, so mountain climbers push-ups to
Jump
squats to kind of
to
an
the
up-down.
Yep. All right. So I'm going to be timing you.
All right.
All right. When you're ready, get down into your mountain climber position, and I'll time you. Off you go. Good technique. Good speed. Keep up the momentum, you're halfway there. A few more seconds. And stop for 10 seconds. So relax, shake off, and then get into your push-up position.
Okay.
You ready to go?
I am.
All right, and go. 20 seconds. Halfway. Good, good form. Make sure your neck doesn't drop. Good. Last couple. And hop up and get ready for your jump squats. Rest it out for a few seconds.
All right.
Do you think you're going to do this at home?
I'm going to try.
All right, ready? And
Yes.
down into squat. Power through on your way back up. That's great. So make sure that your knees are tracking over your toes. That's good. That's it, halfway. Try to keep a fluid movement between, yeah, that's good, yeah. So you're going, as you're landing down, you're powering back up again. That's great. Last one, and down, and we're getting ready for the up downs onto the forearms. Let's give you a couple of seconds rest there.
Yep.
And off you go. Good, so on this one, really try and keep your core nice and tight. It's a really good core exercise as well as the arms. That's the last couple. And relax. Excellent work, Mike.
Thank you.
You've worked very hard today, well done. What we need to do now is take you through a couple of stretches. So
Okay.
What I'm going to focus on is your chest. You've done a lot of work with the push-ups today, so just bring your arms behind your back, clench your hands together
So
like
like-
this,
all right.
and just stretch it out, push your chest forward, and you should feel that stretch all across the front there.
Like this? On the
Yeah.
hands? Okay.
So just pull your arms out away from your body,
Yep.
like so. Great. And just hold that stretch for 10 more seconds. It will do you a lot of good, that stretch today. That's great. The other stretch I'm going to take you through is a quad stretch. So
Okay.
you've been working your quads a lot today with your squats, and particularly your weighted squats. So just bring your heel to your bottom.
Okay. May I use your shoulder?
Yes. And just make sure that you keep your knees together. And you should feel that stretch all along the front there. So this is also a nice balance test.
Okay.
So hold that for another 10 seconds. You've worked your quads a lot today, so that should be feeling good. So you want to get to a point where you can feel the stretch, but it doesn't hurt, okay?
Okay.
That's good.
Once I get started, it's not so bad.
Great. Thanks, Mike.
All right. Thank you, Sally.
For special populations today, I would have modified from the exercises I chose. So for high blood pressure, I would have avoided above the head exercises and would have switched the push-up for a wall push-up. So that will just prevent any blood pressure elevation. I would also have asked the client about their perceived rates of exertion, because the heart rate is not an accurate indicator if they are on blood pressure medication. For anybody with back pain, I would have avoided these compound movements such as the mountain climber, and instead I would have focused the ab work with more stable movements such as a plank, and also performed sit-ups on the Swiss ball for that extra support. For people with knee pain, I would have avoided this sort of one-legged movements such as lunges and used the TRX for squats rather than the weights.